Hello, everyone. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, this is going to be your general energy reading for your Wednesday, your hump day, November 4th, 2020. Please keep in mind that time is an illusion and energies are fluid. So just because this is a reading dated for the 4th of November, it does not mean that it absolutely has to resonate for you at that time. Whenever you are guided to watch this reading, then that is the message for you in that moment. Also keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So, I'm just gonna keep it real. I did not want to get out of bed this morning. Nope. I said nope. But eventually I did. Yes, I am wearing a hoodie. It's not cold, but it's a little cooler. Like, it's cool enough for the coconut oil that I use for my hair. It's cool enough for that to start to like congeal. Or maybe not congeal, but like solidify a little bit, which is kind of cool. But this is also a comfort thing, because I don't even know what to say. Is there anything to say? Not quite sure. So maybe we should just let the cards speak. I don't know. Oh, and somehow this morning I made a really weak cup of coffee, and I'm just like, I don't know how that happened, but anyway, for those of you that missed it, last night I did do a Divine Feminine reading. If you haven't checked that out yet, go ahead and do so. It's a very good reading. It's very good. Very good. I don't really have much to say. I woke up ungrounded. When I'm not grounded, or when I'm having trouble grounding myself, I have pain in my lower back. And that's how I woke up this morning. Dreams have been crazy. It's so interesting. Yesterday was so much of a better day, at least so far. I don't know how the rest of the day is gonna go, but I can only imagine, right? But yeah, my dreams last night. I mean, dreams have just been, I know many of you have been saying that you've been experiencing really crazy dreams lately. There's a huge energetic shift happening. And we really just need to take care of ourselves right now. Yeah. All right, let's just get into it and see what we've got for today. Yeah, here we go. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved for our Wednesday, our hump day, November 4th, 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, kids. So right off the bat, the color that I'm seeing for the collective right now is pink. And Spirit is coming through and kind of trying to like soothe us over. It's very much an energy of like a newborn or like an infant or a baby crying. I'm not saying we're babies. I'm not saying we're infants, but I'm seeing the image of like a baby crying and someone trying to console it. But that baby is crying out of fear. And given the perspective it's in, I would say it has every right to kind of be aware of, you know, some sort of fear right now. I'm going to give this 5 shuffles, but they're really trying to console us right now. Everything's going to be okay. There is a necessary, I just saw 444 on the counter. There is a necessary period, this is 2. I'm hearing of strife and of purging that's going to happen. But this energy needs to be cleared. This is 3. We need to go through this process. We can't skip it. We can't jump over it. It's necessary for human development. This is 4. It's necessary for our... It's necessary for our souls to guide us. This is 5. We have to allow our souls to guide us through this. This is 5. So this means speaking plainly to your intuition, listening to your intuition, listening to your higher self, listening to your higher selves. Really trusting your intuition. This almost feels like our higher selves, the universe, our souls or whatnot is putting us into some sort of extreme situation in order to get us to finally listen to ourselves, to our hearts, to our inner beings. Instead of focusing so much on the external, instead of relying so much on physical circumstances. I've really been thinking about this a lot lately. I'm a millennial. I was born in 1987. And as I grew up, I was the type of person that really kind of rebelled against the system. Because for some reason, I just did not trust the way of doing things that was already in place. I have a sibling. She is the exact opposite. She's younger than me, 2 years younger than me. And she played along with the system very well. Me, I didn't. And I just heard conformity. I was never someone to conform. Very early in life, I learned that if you didn't have certain ideal qualities or certain desirable qualities, then you were going to be left out. Case in point, I'm fucking gay. And it's quite obvious. It's always been obvious. And because of that, I was left out. I learned that very early. I can say I learned that as early as going to church. I was in Catholic school for 1 year. I hated it. But ever since then, ever since I learned that core lesson, I rebelled against the system. And due to narcissism, gaslighting, and whatnot, whatever you could say, or I allowed myself to believe, well, I'm just being a rebel, or I'm just being contrary, and blah, blah, blah. No, there was a reason for it. Because now that same system has proven to have failed my generation and the generations yet to come. While the generations before us sat pretty on their whatever they got. And here we are struggling just to get by. Swimming in student loan debt. And all kinds of other debt. Student loan debt that we have to pay, but we can't even get the jobs that we wanted or needed or studied for. We can't even get a job that can pay us a living wage. So I say all that to say, it's like Spirit is putting us through this extreme, or the universe, our higher selves, God, source, creator, whatever you want to call it, is putting us through this extreme circumstance to finally get us to listen to ourselves, listen to our intuitions, listen to our hearts, instead of focusing so much on what these experts have to say, what this hierarchy has to say. The devil is at the bottom of the deck. The lovers, the 7 of swords, the 5 of pentacles, and the 8 of swords. The lovers keeps coming out, but looky here. The lovers and the devil are a mirror image of each other. Yes? But we have the lovers here with the Seven of Swords. If you want to call the devil some sort of confinement, which technically it is, right? Being chained to something, being chained to the system. This is exactly what we're talking about here. The devil is being chained to the system, chained to the matrix, feeling like you can't release yourself, you can't let go. But that's because the devil has been lying to you this whole time and has made it seem like if you let go or if you release yourself from this toxic chain, you will be without. And that's exactly how we're deceiving ourselves. So where the devil is that conformity, the lovers is that liberation. But the lovers is being overshadowed by this fear and this deception. Seven of Swords. Holy shit, this couldn't be any more perfect. Seven of Swords. The lovers, the energy of the lovers, the energy of being able to make a choice for yourself, choosing your higher guidance. That's been demonized, while the devil has been normalized, and we persevere with it. We have the Queen of Pentacles underneath that. And the Page of Pentacles underneath that. Ooh, and the Ace of Pentacles. I was literally, oh my God, and the Ace of Cups. I was literally just about to say, we have a new beginning here. A new beginning that speaks to our self-worth. When you accept your self-worth, that opens you up to a brand new level. Page of Pentacles. A brand new level of a new material world and new love. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, but we're blinded to that. We're kept in the shadows. We're kept in the dark. Two of Swords. Or we need to blind ourselves to the devil energy and put that shit to rest. Ten of Swords and move forward. Chariot. No more. No more focusing on the external. No more focusing on conformity. No more allowing ourselves to be chained to this. Because who pulls the strings here? Certainly not us. We're just the pawns in the game, aren't we? We have, you guys, they keep us impoverished. They keep us in chains. Five of Pentacles to the Eight of fucking Swords, man. Ooh, this is heavy. This is heavy. And it's crazy because I did not want to get out of bed today. I did not. Oh, I guess it's not that weak. I don't know. I drink my coffee black without sugar, so I want to taste my coffee. And when I went to go pour it out of the thing today, I could literally see through it. If I can see through my coffee, it's not strong enough. But that's actually not that bad, so I won't complain too much. But anyway, I did not want to get out of bed this morning, but I knew I had to. I knew I had to get up, and I knew I had to show up for us today. I'm very happy to be here. But I literally want to go right back to bed. And that's why I'm wearing this hoodie. I wore this hoodie a few nights ago. I went to dinner with some friends and it was kind of chilly and we were down by the beach and I was like, you know what? I had a tank top on. Let me put on a hoodie just in case it's like super chilly. If not, I can always take it off. But if it is, I have it and I'm not too cold because I get cold easily. Like I love living in tropical climates. This is my first time living in a tropical climate in the Caribbean. I'm from New York, so I'm used to cold, dreary winters, and I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that this year. But I love the heat. And this is the first time I'm actually getting to dive into my hoodie collection. Yes, I brought my hoodie collection with me. Anyway, sidebar. Trying to lighten the mood here a little bit, you guys. But this is, I guess, I mean, I'm being guided to say it, but I'm resistant. I don't want to say it, but I guess I have to. We have elected officials that actually don't really work for us, do they? They actually work against us. They tell us one thing. They bait and switch us. They tell us one thing, and then they get into office, and then they do whatever the fuck they want. And throw us scraps. Keep us bound. And then tell us what it is we truly want is wrong. They lead us towards what? Deceiving our own selves. Thinking that we don't know what's right for ourselves. Thinking that we don't know what's right for our country or our people. I want to get one more pull from this deck. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, but now we have the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The tides are about to change, you guys. And what we need to do is be patient and move forward. Keep working on ourselves. Knight of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. Okay? Walk away. Eight of Cups. Walk away from the system. Walk away from the entanglement. And get down to the bottom of what it is you truly want. Page of Cups to what? The Four of Swords. There's a victory coming. There's a new day coming. See, this is all part of the process. Six of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you have to stand on your own. Nine of Pentacles. You have to find a way to stand on your own. You have to find a way to remove yourself from the system somehow. And check it out, you guys. The hardest part about that, the hardest part about that is letting go of the stability that you once had. Because remember, the big selling point for all of this, the big gotcha of all of this is the security that you were supposed to have, right? I mean, that's what I was sold when I was a kid. And yet, something about that was just unsettling to me. Because as long as wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. Let me just make sure I understand this correctly. As long as I do what you say, as long as I do the things that you want me to do, as long as I do things the way you want me to do them, then I will be secure, then I will have safety, then I will have stability. Well, who the fuck are you? Oh, right. Okay. Conformity. So check it out, you guys. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. At first. But once you get into the groove of it, you'll realize, wait, I really am provided for by forces unseen to me. Case in point, me, myself, and I. When I started this channel, I had 2 restaurant jobs and I was about to start school so that I could continue to pursue a career in music, audio engineering, and all of that hoopla, right? And for about 1.5 years, I worked those 2 jobs, plus I did this channel. And I went to school. I don't know how I did all of it. because I was working those 2 jobs, doing this channel, doing private readings, and going to school. And the more I continued to do the thing that I loved, which in all honesty was this, the more and more I was provided for. And then I lost one of those restaurant jobs because the restaurant closed. But I was still provided for. I was still doing well enough to be at least comfortable in my own right. I didn't need a lot. I had exactly what I needed, and it was great. And then the time came to leave that last job. Not because it closed, but because I needed to leave it. Because I needed to start doing this full time. I wanted to do this full time. But there was uncertainty there. Going into business for yourself is scary because you just have to roll with the punches. It's scary, you guys. You're not always certain what's going to happen. But ultimately, as time goes on and the longer and longer you do it and the more and more you're still surviving and here and still okay, you start to realize, whoa, wait a second. There really is something else. There really is a higher power here that's watching over me, that's taking care of me, that's actually doing all the things that this establishment said they were going to do, and now I'm getting fucked over by them. Why? Because they're greedy assholes. We're going to be okay. 6 of Wands. But now we need to learn to stand on our own. 9 of Pentacles. Let's get into some clarification here. 5 shuffles. 1. 2. 3. 4. I love you guys. I love this Art Nuevo deck. Art Nouveau. 4. Whoop. Try that again. 4. I mean, even if it wasn't golden, I'd still love it. The artwork is gorgeous. 5. All right. Let's start. Why don't we start with the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords? Queen of Wands, 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Look, don't let anybody tell you you can't. Don't you ever let anybody tell you you can't. Because you can. And when you believe that you can, when you sit back and you get into your alignment and you're like, no, you know what? This feels good. This feels right. I'm going to do this shit. The doors open up for you. 8 of Wands to the Ace of Cups. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. The Lovers and the 7 of Swords. Ten of Wands. Okay. See, you have the 4 of Wands here and Strength. And what this is saying here is Because the message in the Seven of Swords and the Lovers is that we've been deceived into believing that we don't have what it takes, that we can't choose what is right for us, what feels right for us. We can't choose to follow our intuition or our higher guidance, that which has yet to be seen by the physical eyes. Because our world very much revolves around the idea of, I need to see it to believe it. But that's not really how this works. You have to believe it in order to see it. And we have been systematically trained, misled, misguided into not trusting our inner selves, our higher guidance, our hearts, and instead trusting so-called experts that do nothing but focus on physical reality. And what happens when you focus on the physical reality? You get more of what you focus on. But the clarification here is you do have the stability. You do have the strength within you. Do not allow this deception to continue to overburden you. Oh, actually, that is actually, whoa. Okay, look at this. You have the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck, right? It's time for us to start getting back to our center. Queen of Cups. Understand your emotions. Find your sense of intuition. Find your inner voice. Uncover the intuition, the intuitive being that you are. We all have an intuition. Anybody. In theory. And maybe this wouldn't work or wouldn't happen for you, maybe just because it's not what you're meant to do in this lifetime. But in theory, anybody can sit at a table, sit at a desk, sit on a chair, whatever, and work on developing their intuition and read cards. We all have an intuition. We all have extrasensory ability. We all have psychic ability. We're all telepathically connected. We're all energetically connected. We all can feel each other. This is not something that's unique to certain individuals. Yes, certain individuals like me and others are stronger in this current moment because we're here to help in this way. But everybody has this ability. So it's about finding your inner strength, your inner self, finding that bond between the masculine and feminine within you, Two of Cups, and kicking the devil to the curb. Because once you have this inner strength, the devil can't say shit to you. Wow, you guys. Okay, final bit of clarification here. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Page of Cups, Four of Swords. I know that shit is right. I know that shit is right, y'all. Three of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. This is a celebration for us because it's about coming together as a community here. But you have, ooh, look at that. Yes. You have the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Star. You also have, yes, the Fool and the King of Wands. So you do have the King and the Queen of Wands here, okay? So the Queen of Wands was speaking, referring to this energy of feeling left out in the cold, feeling jaded, feeling slighted, and feeling trapped. Five of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. But you can vibrate your way out of that. Queen of Wands. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. Now you have the King of Wands here. So when you get into that activation, when you get into that alignment, honey baby boo boo chow, it is about time to get to action. Of course, when the time is right, King of Wands. But getting yourself into that vibratory state where you can start to move forward and take a leap of faith and follow through with what it is you're aligning with, follow through with what it is you truly want. You can do this. Why? because you stand on your own, Nine of Pentacles. You know your worth, Queen of Pentacles, and you're following your intuition, your higher guidance. You're following the star. And sure, sometimes it's going to be scary. You're not going to know exactly which way you're going to go. You're not going to know exactly where you're going to end up. Case in point, man, I landed my ass in Puerto Rico this year. If you had told me in January that I was moving to Puerto Rico, I would have laughed in your face. And yet here I am. And this still doesn't feel like the end. Like I know I moved here with intentions of this being long-term, but the way things are going right now, I have no idea what else is going to happen. I don't know where I could be somewhere completely different next year. I'm not saying that's what I'm trying to do, but I'm saying that is entirely possible. Why? Because anything is possible. The star. This is all clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Slowly but surely continuing to move through this energy, because the Knight of Pentacles is assuring us that this is not over yet. Nothing is set in stone, is what he just said. So all you got to do is continue working on yourself. Three of Pentacles. Walk away from what no longer serves you. Eight of Cups, and create a new emotional reality for yourself. Page of Cups, Four of Swords. You will find victory. Six of Wands. In your independence. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Let's get some oracle guidance to close this out, yeah? We're going with Beyond Lemuria today. All right. And yes, I am starting to get a little bit warm, but I think it's because of the coffee. And yes, I'm wearing this hoodie, but I think it's because of the coffee. All right. 5 shuffles here. 1. 2. 3. Let's try that again. 3. 4. And 5. All right, Oracle guidance, please, Spirit, to close out this reading for today. Card number 28. Gracious receptivity. Two and 8 boils down to a 10, which is what? Completion. Oh. I know, I'm so dramatic, right? Okay. Okay, here we go. Gratitude, being thankful, receptivity, giving without expectation. How worthiness and self-love can affect your capacity to receive and to give without depletion. Overflow over obligation. Thriving over surviving. Gifting economies. If there was a manual for optimal human experience, one of the most potent points would be gratitude. It is the backbone of all spiritual practice. Writing a list of the things you are grateful for has been scientifically proven to have a profound positive effect on the mind and nervous system. When we shift our perspective from what we are lacking, needing, and desiring, we temporarily replace the survival factor with the resonance for thriving. When we acknowledge the miracle of our existence and how far we have come despite the challenges, it can bring back our inner smile. Gratitude can even enliven an attitude of, I got this. One of the best tricks for bringing something into your life is to already be thankful for it, as if it has already arrived. This sets up the frequency of fullness and plenty rather than emptiness and need. As we have mentioned before, like attracts like, but there is a whole other power at play here, as true gratitude is anchored in the heart. Being moved by the sheer awe of appreciation and thankfulness is hugely pivotal to the way others and our environment respond to us. The next step is to give from our hearts without being asked or invited. When we examine a field of new earth consciousness, giving can free us from expectation just by knowing that we can all thrive together when everyone flows as a system of gifting. The Burning Man Festival is a blueprint of this. Yes, others may take advantage, but if you drop the fear of this outcome, it is quite likely that those of this frequency will also fall away. Holding up a beacon of light this way creates incentive and inspiration to those around you. As their cup fills, it unlocks space within them for resources in other areas. Thus, this giving overflow has a domino effect from person to person. Receptivity is a critical factor in the art of giving. Those who struggle to feel they have the resources to give may also have trouble receiving. Some do not feel worthy enough to receive, even from themselves. As mentioned, heart energy is key to gratitude and receptivity. Here, it brings us to self-love and how important it is for feeling full enough so that our overflow doesn't deplete. When you allow yourself to receive from those in their heart's joyous overflow and give from a place beyond expectation or obligation, a whole new paradigm reveals itself. You will discover a new way of thriving. Giving and receptivity is a two-way flow. Each allows space for the other. When we are in our hearts, we have limitless resources, and that starts with gratitude. Could gifting economies be the seed for a more joyful new paradigm of making the world go round? Divinatory meaning. Consider your relationship with gratitude, how comfortable you feel receiving, and what you love to give. Are there themes that allow you the joyous overflow of giving without limitation? How can you add this to the lives of others more often, away from the fear that you will get used up if you give without guaranteed reciprocity? Are there areas where you are overextending yourself? Can you give more from areas where you are stronger and have more skill and capacity? Right now, you may feel you have little to give. If so, allow yourself to receive more. The gift of the sun on your face on a winter's day, or a compliment from a stranger. Allow yourself to drink every drop. After all, it is up to you how deeply you wish to drink of the gift that is shared. Often we take only a little sip, even when there is so much more we could appreciate. And yet it is beautiful when you give to someone and they light up and receive it fully. Gratitude, self-love, and self-worth are interwoven with the capacity to receive. Together they nourish your soul. Step into your heart space by listing all you are grateful for, and notice how full you start to feel. From this place, your gifting capacity can spiral upward. So, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading or our next cup of coffee Most likely tomorrow morning. Yeah. Take care. Mwah. Bye.